Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money channel. So we got Steve here at DecoJar on Twitter giving us his Bitcoin update. So here's what he sees in the charts. We did see a bit of a downward day yesterday. I'm not going to lie, 36,700 for Bitcoin. We were thinking the trend could make its way upward, but we did see that sharp decline for Bitcoin, which I'm sure is getting people slightly panicked. So here's what he says. This is the most common chart I am seeing. Bearish ABC wave, 4 expanded flat, ending below last year's lows. I've posted it before. It's possible, it's common, but there's not much volume for an impulse, and I don't think we break last year's lows. So, and then he just demonstrates this by showing where we are today, what he is insinuating that we are going to make the final C leg of this wave. So he goes on to say, if the last leg isn't an impulse, maybe it's also corrective, another 3-wave swing. This is a double 3 combination, WXY pattern. It's my primary count at the moment. You can mark it completed or with another leg down as I have. So ABC or WXY, why does it matter? Essentially, to break this down, if you guys are getting a little confused, what he is seeing is that we are going to actually come back down to this zone here. And I've talked about this in several videos now. Okay, coming right back down right in and around here, the $28,600 mark. That would finalize that corrective move for Bitcoin. He says it's unlikely the market suddenly roars back to life with a massive impulse, so the WXY structure opens the door for a longer corrective pattern. The D wave is the key here. If it's a 3-wave swing is drawn, not an impulse, this ABCDE running triangle becomes a possibility. So here he's drawing the trend line, the A, B, C correction, D to the upside. Then perhaps, this is what he's projecting, perhaps another wave down to E, which would go above the C level, and then finally back in out of that. Now, some of the key points that he's making here is something that I've said, low volume down here for Bitcoin, guys. Not enough volume for an impulse move. However, if we are going to look at this critically, not enough volume to suggest this was all-time high either. So perhaps just another corrective structure within this Bitcoin chart pattern and that elongated bull run coming ahead in 2022, 2023 maybe even. We got XRP up here just following the market right now, trading at about 59.5 cents. So XRP moving also on very, very low volume, as you guys can see down here. Not too much activity in the crypto market at the moment for Bitcoin or any altcoins for that matter. We also have Crypto Caesar here giving his 2 cents. Nothing has changed on Bitcoin for me. I wait in a patient corner on the mountain. Here is my cheat sheet posted a while ago, and here is the mountain I am waiting patiently on. So just showing us a photo of a mountain here. But here's the technical analysis, essentially also suggesting that Bitcoin's going to come right back down in this range, $28,000, $29,000, $30,000 before rebounding out of that. Finding resistance up in and around here. Where did he say? Oops, I got the XRP chart up here. Essentially finding that resistance up in and around here, so 42,000. So here, let me draw it out here. Coming down and around here to this level, coming back up, finding the resistance in and around here. So resistance, if we cannot break this resistance, which he has marked as 40,700 on a bounce, then I will enter another short in this area and remove all my capital. So that is going to be the key, of course, breaking up above this if it does come down indeed to the $28,000, $29,000, $30,000 level. So a few other possibilities here brought to us by DecoJar here, and this one by Crypto Caesar. Some intriguing analysis here. Of course, we have not seen altcoins rally as well. So there's also this thought that Bitcoin is going to retrace back up to its 702, and let me just get rid of that, and that this is just going to be a bunch of noise in the meantime. That we are going to see, Bitcoin do something like this in the meantime, right? It's come down to that low, it's come back up, and maybe we're going to see something like this until we get up to that 702 level, right? And then from there, by the way, this would be the point when the altcoins would rally. And then from there, Bitcoin would finally find its ceiling and then plummet to the downside. So again, we still have not seen those altcoins run, keeping an eye on that. Wrath of Kahneman bringing this to our attention with regards to some updates in the United States with regards to cryptocurrency taxes. He says it was successfully argued in the US that tokens attained through proof of stake protocols are taxpayer-created property and should not be taxed under sold or exchanged. So that's a little good news. Also makes staking a tax-free compounder. So here is the precedent that was recently set. A decision to refund a Nashville couple's taxes related to unsold Tezos tokens is set to clarify the tax treatment of staked cryptocurrency. In a win for cryptocurrency stakers and miners, the IRS has offered to refund the couple's taxes paid on rewards gained but not redeemed from staking on the Tezos blockchain. So if you are staking cryptocurrencies and you are not cashing them in, if you're not redeeming them, they will not be taxed. So here's the story down here. This happened in May of 2021. Joshua and Jessica Jarrett requested a refund of about $3,300 for taxes that they paid. Tokens attained through proof of stake protocols are taxpayer-created property and should not be taxed until sold or exchanged. The complaint claims that nothing under United States law or IRS code and regulations allows for taxpayer-created property to become taxed as income. So an update there, if you are in the United States and you are currently staking cryptocurrencies like Tezos, it sounds as though those cryptocurrency profits are safe from being taxed until you finally redeem them. So an interesting update. Great news there from the Wrath of Kahneman. Also, guys, for those of you still waiting for your FLR tokens, this coming from Hugo Fillion. For all those asking where their FLR is, we are upgrading Songbird before the end of March 2022, with the final 2 protocols required before Flare launch. This will then allow us to proceed to Flare launch. A full roadmap to Flare launch will be released in the coming weeks. So we haven't really heard too much about the Flare project. Of course, we did receive our Songbird tokens late last year, and I know some of you guys are likely still delegating those. Thanks for the update, says Tipsy Tiger here on Twitter. I appreciate getting this right. Takes precedence over getting it out. The work/dedication you and your team have put into this project is nothing short of phenomenal, something I'm sure the world will appreciate once it is released. So, guys, just be patient. We will get our FLR tokens soon. Crypto Nomad here saying, great to hear, Hugo. Don't mind all those short-sighted folks complaining about their airdrop. Many of us are quite happy for Flare to do whatever it takes to get it right. I'm grateful for the airdrop and hope Flare establishes itself as a new industry standard. The Flare network is already on the road to become a new industry standard. That project is going to open up the XRPL for so many more capabilities and, thus making XRP more valuable in the future. If there's more utility, if you need XRP to conduct more transactions, more types of transactions, of course, there's going to be value in that. Bull Diep here says, just take your time. We appreciate your thoroughness in launching the Flare network. So a lot of kind words towards Hugo Fillion here giving us that update. And Mike Manfield also posted this on Twitter. Cross River, who is a Ripple partner, powered by Cross River, Paytile's P2P product is aiming to bring digital payments to areas where physical cash still dominates, such as tipping a valet or shopping at a farmer's market. So there are still a lot of facets of the economy where we use cash to tip. In the United States, for example, I find that a lot more people tend to use cash than, let's say, in Europe or in Canada. So cash is still king in a lot of ways. And so, if more people are participating in an e-commerce marketplace, that opens up more global commerce between perhaps two citizens of two different countries. And so Paytile is partnering with Cross River on location-based payment platform. And so here's why this is necessary. Paytile partners Cross River on location-based payments platform. Cross River Bank is joining forces with FinTech Paytile to deliver a peer-to-peer payments app that uses geolocation technology. Powered by Cross River, Paytile's P2P product is aiming to bring digital payments to areas where physical cash still dominates. As I'd mentioned, the experience is like iPhone's airdrop functionality. Users can send money to people nearby without having to exchange usernames, legal names, emails, or phone numbers. So there's that aspect of anonymity as well. Paytile is also launching Money Drop, which takes the app beyond just P2P payments. Without any hardware, Paytile can digitally place cash or other digital goods at an exact location for users to pick up and redeem. So this is the way that Cross River and Paytile are looking to integrate transactions to provide some anonymity to their clients. Of course, there's always cryptocurrency transactions as well. Pure crypto transactions using Bitcoin, for example, is or has become very popular over the last decade. For purchases that maybe some people might not want others to know they are purchasing. But this is going to be mainstream. Paytile and Cross River allowing for cash-like payments with a mobile app where you do not have to put in all your information. The firm says that the business partners plan to use Money Drop to draw a physical crowd via incentives such as selling discontinued tickets at a stadium or offering coupons to celebrate the opening of a brick and mortar establishment. Paytile's mission is to make digital payments as private as cash and as safe as a card. So that's their mission statement, and it sounds like there is still going to be a facet of the economy that is going to need to do that. Of course, they are connected to RippleNet, considering Cross River is a Ripple partner. So a tertiary partnership, Cross River now partnering with Paytile to create new options for some clients who may want that type of anonymity. Anyway, gotta thank Mike Manfield for posting that. And Airwallex, guys, they're bolstering U.S. team with key leadership hires. Airwallex, another Ripple partner, and they have just hired 2 key senior leadership hires across their business developments, partnerships, legal, and compliance teams as the business accelerates growth in the U.S. and globally. So the first one is Ravi Adusumili, over 20 years experience in the tech space, also worked for Pinterest and had leadership roles in Facebook and Netflix. He says, I'm thrilled to join Airwallex at an incredible stage of growth. I'm inspired by its breadth of payment solutions and ability to help businesses solve complex global financial issues around the world. The second one down here, guys, just skipping over this real quick, Jas Randhawa, Global Head of Financial Crime Compliance. With over 15 years of experience building and managing programs in the compliance space, Jas will lead businesses' financial crimes function globally. Previously, Jas was Head of Compliance for Stripe's U.S. business, and prior to that, managed PricewaterhouseCoopers' financial crimes practice across the U.S. coast. So, 2 big hires for Airwallex as they are expanding into the US and globally. So Airwallex, another one of those companies that started off really small, partnered with Ripple at least 4 years ago, decided to expand, and now we're seeing that expansion pay off. Now they're hiring, they want to fill these senior leadership roles because they realize they're getting bigger. They are expanding into the US and globally. With that leg up, with RippleNet integration, comes a more serious game plan, higher stakes, but the reward, more business, more revenue for the Airwallex team, and for us XRP hodlers, more utility through XRP integration. So great news there. Also, this guy's from the Wrath of Kahneman. Ripple user Currency Cloud has teamed up with InstaJet to offer a fixed pricing model and safeguarding of its high value transactions. So here's the latest statement from InstaJet. InstaJet teams up with Currency Cloud, who is a Ripple partner, to make private aviation more accessible. UK-based private jet community InstaJet has partnered with fintech Currency Cloud to offer fixed pricing model and safeguarding on its high value transactions. InstaJet's goal is to make private jet flying accessible to both long-term private flyers and first-time private flyers, according to the company. InstaJet enables clients to browse for private jet flights and pricing anywhere in the world via its app, and then connect with InstaJet's ops team who fulfill every flight. So Currency Cloud, they're going to be enabling InstaJet to achieve one of its aims, that of offering instant guaranteed price reservations from the outset for both passengers and operators. So in terms of the transactions for paying for the flight, passengers and operators can now use Ripple-enabled Currency Cloud to do this. The partnership also means InstaJet can reach more jurisdictions and offer a global service. So again, utilizing ODL or sourcing that XRP for that liquidity if different currencies are being utilized, fulfilling its bookings with a multi-currency payment service that has no currency fluctuation risk. So, I mean, that sounds to me like settling instantly or almost instantly within seconds using RippleNet. Currency Cloud enables InstaJet to offer financial protection to its customers. So, big news there. And guys, who uses private jets? Rich people. The 1%. These are going to be the people who want these transactions running smoothly, don't want to be exposed to that volatility between currencies, and so integrating with Currency Cloud, who is on RippleNet, just makes sense, at least it does to me, for this partnership. Wanted to thank the Wrath of Kahneman for posting that. So guys, Will Foxley just posted this. There's a huge lawsuit underway at ConsenSys no one is talking about, and it reads like a National Enquirer piece. So ConsenSys is getting sued. Kavita Gupta, okay, she was a general partner at ConsenSys alongside Joseph Lubin, or Joe Lubin. She managed a fund from $13.5 million to over $300 million from 2017 to 2019 until she resigned to teach at Stanford. 2 years later, she's asking for the carry she's entitled to, 20% of the profits, or roughly about $50 million. The problem, Joe Lubin will not pay. So in a lawsuit from last month, Gupta alleged Lubin won't pay so he can keep the carry. As the other GP, he would be entitled to the profits and not ConsenSys. So Gupta further alleges that she left ConsenSys after numerous cases of misogyny, hard drug use, and illegal payments. She didn't want to leave. She had to and shouldn't be penalized for it. But what does Joe Lubin and ConsenSys have to say? Gupta lied about her resume and was asked to resign, meaning she lost her right to the carry. That is their statement there. That is their defense. according to a separate filing after Gupta's. ConsenSys alleges that Gupta lied about her degrees from Harvard and MIT, a job at McKinsey, space tech patents, and even a stint with NASA. ConsenSys claims Gupta presented fabricated documents to back up her claims. So ConsenSys claims Gupta lost her carry after the fraud was discovered. With her suit, ConsenSys is now countering, asking for her salary, bonuses, and any equity given back. The curious part is the time discrepancy between the resume fraud between discovering and her leaving the firm. The court will have to weed its way through two different timelines. Takeaway here though, guys. One of Ethereum's most important VC firms is about to go through a messy legal ordeal. It could have implications for every founder for the Ethereum Foundation project and token involved. So, on the surface, not connected to the Ripple and XRP case, but because we know of the Ethereum connection to the SEC, could this have wider and broader implications? Will Foxley continues by saying, all this information is public and stated in the linked documents. I have no affiliation with either party, but find it interesting given ConsenSys's place in the larger ecosystem. So, ConsenSys, an important player in this story, and we know their history with the SEC. So tag down here saying, nice thread, you're absolutely right, this does need more attention. Frederick Smith down here saying, yes, please, maybe Gupta wants to tell us her version of the events. And then tag down here also just reiterating, retweeting out a tweet from Stéphane Hubert. Lubin was dating a ConsenSys employee more than 30 years his junior, whom he kept by his side during meetings with Gupta, even though this very young woman worked at an entry-level position and had no professional reason to attend the meetings where Gupta and Lubin regularly discussed sensitive and confidential investment information. Joe Lubin's character being revealed here. Stéphane Hubert also mentioning, drugs, tax evasion, money laundering, sexual harassment, all well and good. But did you know Ripple CEO is selling XRP? Let's sue them. So to this point here, it sounds as though the wrong company is being sued by the SEC. Well, we know the SEC has a vested interest in keeping Ethereum together, in keeping Ethereum protected. But this was just brought to us by Stéphane Hubert, again, from that document. Underlining drugs such as cocaine, psychedelics, pills of unknown origin, and marijuana when it was illegal to use in New York. Joe Lubin also openly discussed his fondness for LSD. Down here, Gupta was also distressed when two of her colleagues, early ConsenSys employees, expressed concerns that prior to her arrival, ConsenSys had not had a payroll system in place, but had simply paid employees with Ether cryptocurrency without appropriate tax reporting and withholding. So a lot going on here, guys. Also saw this from Conspira XRP Theorist on Twitter. From 10,000.6 to 1 million Ether purchased at pre-sale, these sourced, not masked, Bitcoin addresses made multiple transactions. Please note that individual Bitcoin addresses can be linked to these sourced addresses as you go through their transaction tree. He says, also please note that I have found at least one instance so far in which there was a pre-sale purchase that was not found in the ETH provided distribution log. This was for 106.2 Bitcoin from the address ending in SXT. Is it a possible email purchase? How many more of these exist? And so Tag XRP just dropping a couple tweets for reference here. I'm pretty sure I found the email that the Ethereum Foundation was using to provide anonymity to their early investors. It's called ETHmail. So there is something that they created called ETHmail where all you don't need to register an account. All you need is your Ethereum, your confidential Ethereum address to receive messages to and from. So more just uncovering the shadiness that was going on over there at the Ethereum Foundation. Drugs, not reporting payroll, paying individuals in Ether tokens, and now this lawsuit potentially throwing a wrench in the SEC's plans to protect Ethereum. And so what does this all mean, right? If the Ethereum Foundation or ConsenSys eventually has their day in court defending their behavior, well, this definitely throws a wrench in the SEC's plans. And the SEC's lawyers, I'm sure at this point, are keeping a close eye on the Ethereum Foundation to see what is going on over there. Because, if you have this company in court, Ripple, but you also have the company that you're trying to protect unofficially, of course, and you have your hand over here in one lawsuit and, keeping an eye on the other case, who's to say that the Ethereum Foundation won't find themselves in deep water in another court case in the coming months? And so I think the SEC has to play this very, very carefully. Their initial thought, trying to throw Ripple under the bus and protect Ethereum. But now, if Ethereum's credibility has been compromised, What does that look like for the Ripple and SEC case? Also, the judge who's trying the Ripple SEC case, if they have read this information and if they now realize that the SEC is indeed trying to protect Ethereum, how do those optics look in the judge's eyes? And will the judge now look at the SEC, maybe not officially, but I'm sure it's rolling in the back of her mind, will she have formed an opinion on the SEC's character as an organization, protecting a company that has participated in outright fraud, sexual harassment, as Stéphane Hubert puts it, money laundering, tax evasion, drugs, the list goes on and on. Will this bode well for Ripple and XRP, guys? I think every single strike against the Ethereum Foundation's character, ConsenSys, Joe Lubin, all these parties involved, is going to be good for the final outcome for the Ripple XRP case. I mean, the judge is a human being, and she certainly is an intelligent woman. Doesn't have her head in the sand, so I think she understands what's going on. Actions speak louder than words. That's just my opinion, but I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.